Hello folks, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's quick tutorial, I will show you how you can crop faster, actually way faster in Adobe Photoshop. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Requesting all units backup. Send everyone you got.
I have this image opened in Adobe Photoshop. So what you normally do is you go to the toolbar in Adobe Photoshop and choose the crop tool for cropping images, right? But it takes some time, and especially if you have hundreds or thousands of images, then this will be a very tedious procedure. You go from right, then you go from left, and then you adjust the top side and the bottom side, and then you finally press enter. And sometimes even if you're not very zoomed in into the picture, you might have trouble getting the right crop. So I have a very impressive method for cropping, which is the rectangular Marquee Selection Tool. Yeah, you can crop images with the Marquee Selection Tool way faster than the crop tool. Let me show you how. I will press F12 to revert this image to its original state. Now I will press M on my keyboard to switch to the Marquee Rectangular Selection Tool, and I will draw a rectangle around this image, and I will press a shortcut key on my keyboard, and boom, it's cropped. The shortcut key I pressed is Alt, I, and then P. You don't need to press them all together. First you have to tap Alt key on your keyboard or the Option key on Mac, if even this works on a Mac, because I'm using Windows. So first you tap the Alt key, then you press the I key on your keyboard, then finally you tap the P key on your keyboard. What this actually does, let me show you. When you type Alt, and it highlights the hot keys for your menus in Adobe Photoshop. So when I press Alt and Alt once again, there is a little underscore under every menu in Adobe Photoshop. Now if I press I, that will open the image menu, but if I press L, it will open the layer menu. Without using my mouse, I can quickly switch to any of these menus, or even many commands which are hidden in these menus. So remember, with Alt and any of this key combination which is underlined, you can open any menu. So for example, if I have to open the filter by using my keyboard only, then I can always press Alt first, then I can press T for the filter menu to be opened, as you can see. So let's get back to where we were before. So after we press Alt, then we press I for the image menu, then we press P for cropping, and as you can see, the crop command also has an underscore under the P, or an underline under the letter P, which means if I press P now, it will automatically apply this command to the selection. So I have pressed the letter P and the image is cropped. This tip is not just for the crop command, but you can always apply other commands using the same method. Let me show you another example. If I press Alt-IE, then the image size dialog box is opened the same way. Like it first went to the image menu, then when I press the letter E, it opened the image size dialog box. So hope this helps you in many situations. Now before ending this tutorial, let me give you another bonus tip here. So suppose if you're resizing or cropping hundreds or thousands of images, then you can also record an action by selecting the rectangular Marquee Selection Tool and setting its size, then making a crop on a single image while recording all those in an action. If you don't know how to record actions in Adobe Photoshop, please let me know in the comment section below. So I will make a video on how to record your actions in Adobe Photoshop, but let me quickly show you what I mean by that. So if we have this rectangular Marquee Selection Tool, and in the style, instead of normal, if I choose fixed size, then I can type the width and height which I want to crop. So for example, let me cancel this selection by pressing Ctrl D. In the width dialog box, if I type 400, and in the height I will also type 400. px is for pixel, so make sure it doesn't say in, which is the abbreviation for inches. Now I will press enter to commit those changes. Now if I click anywhere on the image, it will automatically generate a 400 by 400 pixels rectangle, which is where I want to crop. So for example, if you need to crop hundreds or thousands of images with 400 by 400, then I can place it somewhere where I want the image to be cropped. Then I will quickly tap all those three key combinations, Alt-IP, that will crop the image to the very specific area. So instead of using the crop tool, I will recommend using the rectangular Marquee Selection Tool for cropping your images. But please remember, this is a destructive method, meaning the image won't return to its original state once it is cropped. The only way to make it go back to its original state is by pressing Ctrl Z for undo. So if you are new on this channel, make sure you subscribe. I will see you in the next video.
तू जुआ कराए, कल दूजियां दिलाए।